Good afternoon and welcome everybody to Proctor, Minnesota. Bulldogs getting ready to take on North Shore. Bulldog JV is going to start off tonight's action. They had a schedule change late, and so we are going to start with the JV first. Varsity will take place at about 8:15 tonight. So if you're looking forward to that, tune in at that point to watch some of the varsity game. We'll be broadcasting that one. I'll be doing that one with you as well for today. Bulldogs coming in on a 4-0 win last weekend against Marshall for the JV team. Looking to continue that momentum as we move forward here this weekend. Bulldogs will stay with their same rotation they've been going with for the last. Bulldogs starting with Grant, Burns, Schaffler out front. Dreheim and Tyler Legao out front. Burns comes away with it right away, carries it into the zone, carries it down on the right-hand side. Tried to center that one nonchalantly out to Grant. Now kicked in by Schaffler and pushed out into the neutral zone. Carried out by North Shore, number 24. He's got 5 on his right, has the puck. Goes cross ice over to Phelps. Bulldogs will go off on a change. 12:55 left here in period number 1. Only shot on net so far comes to North Shore. Gage Schmidt pushes that down. Bryce will give chase. Bryce battling along the goal line, centers it out front to Schmidt. Schmidt over to Telejohn. Telejohn over to Dreheim. Puck loose out front. Picked up and wrapped around by Gage. Seven now has it. Gets it over to 12. 12 looking for a way to get it up and out of their zone. Gage takes it off of his stick. He fires. That one goes off shoulder. Goalie did not see that one coming. And into the netting. $12:15 left here in period number 1. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Tisch line staying out there. Myers on the left, Schmidt on his right. North Shore able to get it up into the neutral zone. Tisch slows down that rush. Now Gage carries it in. Centers that one on the net. Goalie saves it. Tisch now has it. Gets it over to Myers in the slot. His shot gets deflected by the defender. Tisch battling down on the corner with Schmidt. Telejohn Legao on the back end. Now pushed out to Telejohn. Telejohn goes cross ice over to Dreheim. Or Legao, I'm sorry. Legao pushes that one down now. Bulldogs switching out a few. Puck loose now in the slot. Picked up by Ethan Evenson. He fires, and the goalie makes the save. Ethan Legao out there along with Oliver Grog, Ethan Evenson. Tyler Legao and Evan Schmidt. Schmidt's pass gets intercepted. North Shore has to tag up. Legao has it. Went right in between both Schmidt and Evenson. Now Evenson has it. Gets it over to Legao. Legao centered over to Legao. Intercepted. Shot. Blocker saved by Tiago. Now puts the brakes on, gets it up to 5. He gets it poked off of his stick. 5 now carries around, tries to go center. Tiago with 2 big saves. 12 picks it up, he fires. That one goes to the left of Tiago. And now picked up by Justin Pexa. Evenson puts a body on. Ethan Legal puts a hit on Tyler now, works it up to Ethan Evenson. And Legal carries it up. He'll dump it down, and the Bulldogs will switch out their far. 9:55 left. Shots 5-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. I don't know if that's quite accurate. I think they're putting some of those on Bulldog shots, and I think those were more of North Shore. Draheim fires. That one goes all the way around. Picked up by Pexa. Pexa over to Grant. Grant over to Camden. Camden dumps it down. He'll go chase. Schaffler now has it. Works it out to Draheim. Draheim fires. Camden. Camden got knocked down. Was as he was getting up, put the shot on net. Goalie makes a toe save. North Shore able to get it up. Draheim dumps that down. Bulldogs will change out 4. Placido has it, loses the handle. Works it around, gets it out top of the slot. Von Bank fires, that one goes over the net. Placido puts a hit on. Von Bank carries it down. Puck loose out in the crease. Von Bank still has control of it down in the corner. Phelps now in. He gets pushed up against the wall. Kept in by Evan Schmidt. Telejohn drops down. Von Bank ends up scooping it back behind the net. Centering pass out front by Phelps. Nobody there. Now picked up by 9. He carries it up into the neutral zone, into the Bulldog zone. Carries down on Tiago's right. He fires. That one's deflected up. Steered out of there by Phelps. And back out into the neutral zone. 7:48 left here in period number 1. Placido has the puck. Carries it in through 2 defenders. Goalie tries to handle it into the corner. Phelps picks it up, fires a short range shot. And the goalie makes the save, carried out now by number 12. Tries to wrap it around, given chase by Telejohn. Now cross ice pass. Placido now works that one up and gets it up to Myers. Myers will carry it in on the left-hand side of the goalie. He'll fire. Goalie makes a glove save. North Shore is playing with just 2 forward lines and 3 extra defenders. So they basically have 2 lines and an extra defender. Bulldogs have full complement of 4 full forwards and I believe 3 pairing of D. Puck carried down into the Bulldog zone. Tiago steers that one to the side. Picked up now by Tish. He's got Myers out front. Tish will carry it in through the neutral zone. Now centers it over to Schmidt. Schmidt fires. Pad saved by the goalie. Kept in by Legal. Nope. Bulldogs have to touch up. Now kept in by Tish. Tish fires. Goalie makes a glove save. Legal line out there. Evenson on his right, Grog on his left. Pexa puts that one right in front of the net. Taken off the stick now by Evenson. Legal over there laying the wood as well. Picked up by Evenson. Now North Shore stick is floating around there. Now Pexa feathers that one back down. Picked up by Legal. Comes all the way on the far side to Schmidt. That one's worked past Schmidt and pushed out in the neutral zone. 10 for North Shore. Puts that one on Tiago. Picked up by Pexa. Pexa will carry it around. Tried to get that up to Grog. Not quite though. Now Pexa will pick it up back behind the net. Wrap it over to Evenson. Evenson chips that up. And that might have hit the Bulldog bench. Grant line out there along with Legao and Telejohn. Telejohn wraps that one all the way around, picked up by Burns. Burns will carry that down on the left-hand side. Goes around Schaffler. Now tried to center that over to Schaffler. Picked up by North Shore. North Shore works it out to the point. Kept in by Legao. Knocked down by 9. Now he's got 24 leaking ahead. Gets it over to 24. 24 drops it to nobody. Now picked up by Schaffler. Schaffler gets it over to Grant. Grant carries it in, fires from the point. His shot gets deflected. Now 12 will carry it up. Telejohn does a nice job playing the body. Oh, big hit down in there by Tyler. Steered out to the point. And pushed back all the way around on the near corner here. 12 makes the shot. That's his second post. 12 is by far their best player. He's put 2 off the post now. Now Burns has it. He feathers that one back over to, looked like Von Bank he was trying to get that to. Puck picked up. Camden drops it over to Pexa. Pexa back over to Camden. Now Camden carries it in. Oh. Just one subtle juggle by Camden at the blue line and Braden jumped off. Von Bank line out there, along with Pexa and Dreheim. 10 makes a move around Pexa. Von Bank there to pick up. He puts 10 into the wall. Still in the circle there. Phelps is down there along with Pexa. Now it squirts out. Placido will pick it up. Knocked off a Placido stick. Dreheim picks it up. Over to Pexa. Now picked up by Phelps. Phelps pushes that one into the North Shore zone. Phelps will have to touch up. Dreheim catches that one, dumps it right back in. Bulldogs touch up once again. Tisch gets it over to Schmidt. Schmidt over to Phelps. Phelps touches up. Schmidt has it. Takes some time looking for an avenue. Nice job by Evan to get it down deep. Myers, Schmidt, and Tisch in there. Evan Schmidt has it. He'll chip that back down in there. That one deflects off of Tisch's skate and kept in the zone by Tisch. Evan Schmidt down in the corner now. Bryce Myers gives chase as well, knocked off his shin guards. Evan Schmidt pushes that right back down into the corner. And now we'll have an icing on North Shore. 2:20 left here in period number 1. Shots are 11-4 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bulldog varsity will be taking the ice here at about 8:15 tonight. Telejohn shot fired, gets deflected out front. Grog down there. Kept in by Telejohn. Telejohn works that back around. Picked up by 12. Grog centers it out front to Evenson. That one got caught in some skates, and North Shore and again ices the puck down. Scoreboard says 12-4 shots Bulldogs. Ethan Legal works that over to Ethan Evenson. Ethan Evenson scores! .57 left here in period number 1. Bulldogs able to push that puck into the North Shore zone. Ethan Legal now has control of it. Gets it over to Grog in the center slot. Grog's shot gets taken off his stick by 15. Now Draheim has it. He fires that high and wide. Boys over here are razzing the boys on the ice. Well-natured. Draheim gets it over back to Evenson. Evenson loses the handle in the circle. .14 left here in period number 1. Big hit by Ethan Evenson, taking out 12. Now 12 has it. He'll carry it into the zone. He loses the puck, picked up by Camden. Camden now has some room. Gets it over to Grant. Grant touches up. Schaffler now pick it up in the slot. He'll fire. Goalie didn't see that one coming. Late reaction by the goalie. Picked up by Schaffler. Schaffler will carry it up. Taken off of his stick. Now 5 will carry it. Schaffler comes away with it once again. 30 seconds left here in period number 1. Picked up by Pexa. Pexa will carry it down on the left-hand side. Dumps it over to Grant. Grant fires low shot. Rebound out front. Kept in by Burns. Nope, off. Bulldogs will have to touch up with 10 seconds left. Nice poke check there by Telejohn. Telejohn will fire a long shot. 2 seconds left. And that's the end of the period. Bulldogs up 1-0. Shots 14-4. We will be back in 60 seconds from Proctor, Minnesota. Welcome back, everybody, to Proctor. Bulldogs up 1-0. There appeared to be some miscommunication with the North Shore players. They were going to the locker room. They thought they were zamming every every period, but we'll be zamming every 2 periods here today, at least for JV. Bulldogs going to start with the Grant, Schaffler, Burns line. Smuter taking Draheim's spot now. And Tyler Legal out there. Bulldogs up 1-0 on Ethan Evenson's goal. All set to start period 2. Burns dumps that down and getting harassed by not getting over the red line. Camden. That one pops over Smuter's stick. Thiago didn't have to make a save. That one was shot over his head. Schaffler now works that up. Knocked off of his stick. Two now has it. Works it over to 7. 7 up to 12. Schaffler pushes that into the Proctor zone, or North Shore zone. Now picked up by Burns. Burns dumps it over to Grant, or Von Bank. Von Bank carries it around. Von Bank still has it. Now gets it to Burns back behind the net. Burns back over to Von Bank in the circle. He now gets it out to Telejohn. Telejohn over to Smuter. Smuter puts that one behind the net. Now Von Bank has it. Puts the brakes on. Gets it over to Burns. Burns out to Telejohn. Telejohn over to Smuter. Smuter, Burns tipped it out front. Now Burns picks it up. Wraps that all the way back around. Picked up by Von Bank. Now steered out. Burns picks it up. Oh, and he tried to drop it over to Telejohn. 9 will pick that up, carry it down. And just like that, North Shore goes up 1-1. Or ties it 1-1. Turnover at the blue line by Burns. 15 now has the puck, gets it over to 2. Phelps gives chase. Phelps wraps it back around behind the net to Placido, just outside of his reach. Now Evenson fires, and that one goes into the rafters. And we'll have a dead whistle. Von Bank line along with Evenson and Telejohn out there still. Evenson fire, puck bouncing around out front. And the goalie makes the save. Good pressure by the Bulldogs. They really controlled the flow other than a couple rushes. Most of the action's been down in the North Shore zone. Telejohn fires that one into the near corner. Evenson steers it into the circle. Picked up now by 9. 24 is out ahead. Nice outlet pass to him. Picked up by Evenson though. Evenson carries it up. Tried to get that over to Phelps. Now he'll carry it around. Placido gets it taken off of his stick. And Evenson will dump that back in. Bulldogs forced to touch up. Good pressure by Von Bank and Phelps. North Shore fires that into the Bulldog bench, and Charlie is down. Arlo checking to make sure he's all right. Looks like he'll live. Feet are still up, so he's good. Puck loose out front, now picked up. Oh, and Tish fired that one just outside the post. Pexa drops down, picks up the puck, carries it down in the corner. Now kick back out to the point. Legal fires. Didn't have much steam on it. Still bouncing around out there. Now Ethan Legal comes in and then gets taken down by 10. Tish is centering Ethan Legal and Gage Schmidt. Evan Schmidt is out there along with Justin Pexa. Pushed out to the point. Pexa fires. That one steered up into the glass. Tish controls it. Gets it over to Evan Schmidt. Evan unable to hold on to it. Puck bounces into the neutral zone. Schmidt over to Pexa. Pexa loses the handle. Bulldogs will double team. Now Gage comes in, throws a huge shoulder. Pexa has it, flips it over to Gage. Gage gets poked off at his stick at the blue line. Pexa works it up to Schmidt. And now Ethan Legal will take it, carry it in, picks it up. Puck pushed back around the net. Picked up by Tish. North Shore will switch out a couple. Cross-ice pass over to Gage. Gage tried to flip that through the defender's legs. Intercept. Now Bulldogs switching out a bunch. Puck picked up by Smooter. Grant came in and deflected it. Now Grant has it. Grant carries it through. Smooter has it to Legal, to Burns, to Smooter, and down. 10 minutes left here in period 2. Scores 1-1. Picked up by Grant, flips it out front to Schaffler. Puck pushed all the way back around the net. 5 will pick it up. And he ices the puck down. .9:46 left. Grant Line's still out there along with Legal and Smooter. Shots are 19-5 in favor of the Bulldogs. Burns comes away with the puck, fires it in through the slot. Nobody home though. Now 5 will carry it over, drop it over to 9, gets it over to 24. 24 looking for a pass, picked up now by Burns. Burns will carry it up. He'll dump it down. Von Bank will give chase. Kept in by Ethan Evenson. Knocked off of his stick and out into the neutral zone. Telejohn has it. Evenson carries it in. Centers it. Nobody home. Picked up by Burns. Burns down to Placido. Placido wraps it around. Von Bank now has it. Phelps coming through the slot. Von Bank fires, blocker save, and that one's into the netting. Von Bank line out there. Phelps, Placido. Placido picks it up. He fires. That one goes well wide of the net. Telejohn and Evenson out there as well. 9 is able to shovel that around Phelps and get it out of the neutral zone, down to the Bulldog zone. Picked up by Ethan Evenson. Ethan now works it up. Carries it down, makes a move around 10. Oh, and then he overskated it. Now 9, works it over to 24. And North Shore is able to dump it in. They'll switch out a couple forwards. Von Bank now has it. He's got Phelps on his left. Oh, that rebound went past the goal line. Phelps was in the right spot. Telejohn works it over to Phelps. Phelps centers that. Nobody there though. And that one goes all the way down. 7:30 left. Shots are 21-5. Tisch line out there with Schmidt and Grog this time. That one's tipped by Tisch. Hits the rafters. Evan Schmidt and Justin Pexa out there as well. Bulldogs going to 3 lines now with Myers playing with varsity for the last 3 periods. Evan has it, gets it over to Grog. Grog scoops that after he takes a hit. Ooh, that one ends up on net. And the goalie for North Shore freezes it. Puck wrapped all the way around, picked up by Evan Schmidt up in the half wall and gets it over to Gage. Gage makes a move around, goes into the corner. Pretty clean game, physical but clean. No penalties for either team so far. Grog now fires that one well to the right of the goalie. Tisch picks it up, gets it out to the point. Schmidt fires, that one's deflected just wide. Tisch comes in for the rebound and the net comes off. 6:42 left. In period number 2, scores 1-1. Puck down in the corner. Grog gives chase. Now it's down on this half wall here. Evan Schmidt gets it over to Tisch. Tisch has it. Back over to Evan. Evan fires. Low shot. Rebound. Sits on the goal line on the side here. Tisch back over to Evan. Evan makes a move around. Chips it back down. Back behind the net. The wingers were standing there not moving on that one. Bench wasn't happy. Now the puck squirts out. Grog swoops that one. Goalie pad save. 5 now. Makes a move around Pexa. Pexa, back check, takes it off of his stick. Now carries it up into the neutral zone. Oh, looks like Ollie might have been off. And a glove save by the goalie. Grant line out there with Smooter and Legal. 5:50 left here in period 2. Shots are 26-5. Smooter unable to keep that one in. Cross ice pass. That's deflected. Kicked over to Grant. Grant has it. He fires. That one goes off the skate of 10. Now Schaffler has it. Works it up against the far wall or the near wall. Burns comes away with it. Dumps it back down for Schaffler. Schaffler sent it over to Grant. That one pops off of his stick. And 15 pushes that one down. Tyler Legal gets it over to Jago. Jago carries it down on the right-hand side. Makes a move around one, fires. Bouncing puck, couldn't get much on it. Rolled right into the goalie's pads. Kept in by Tyler. Momentarily, at least. Now Grant has it. Gets it over to Smooter. Smooter, again, makes a move around. 12. Puck rebound. Oh, toe save by the goalie. Icing waved off. Picked up by Burns. Gets it over to Smooter. Burns now carries it up. Loses the handle of the 9. Cross ice, D to D. 5 now has it down in the corner. He centers it. His pass is intercepted by Smooter. Smooter will carry it down. Gets it over to Placido. Ooh, Placido takes a big hit. Telejohn will pick it up here on the near side. He'll wrap that back around. Placido down there along with Phelps. Evenson over to Telejohn, gets it up to Placido. Placido couldn't get much steam on it. Now Von Bank comes in there to try to push it down deeper. And Bulldogs will have to touch up. Placido puts that one on net. Phelps will give chase. Steers that one back behind the net. Back over to Phelps, over to Placido. His pass was intercepted. Von Bank tried to steer that one to the center. Kicked out to the point. Telejohn keeps it in. Gets it right back down to Von Bank. 2:50 left here in period number 2. Nice job by Telejohn playing the body. That one's deflected off 18. Steered into the corner by the goalie. Telejohn over to Evenson. Works through the slot. Fires off the post. That one's pushed out into the neutral zone. North Shore switching out 3. Icing waved off as it went off the defender's stick. Bulldogs switched out. Tisch, Legal, and Schmidt down there. Gets it over to Schmidt. Legal takes a hit. Telejohn tried to go through 15. 15 knocked it off of his stick. Telejohn still has control, now loses it in the circle. Rush the other way now. Tisch does a nice job keeping it out and goes in the player's box. 1:51 left here in period number 2. Score remains 1-1. Face-off control by North Shore. They steer that one behind Tiago. Picked up by Gage. He makes a move around 1. Pushes that one into the neutral zone. Picked up by 10. Gets it out to their wing. 15 now has it. He'll fire it. First shot on Tiago this period. Comes with a minute and a half left in the period. I stand corrected. First save because the other one was a shot that went on, scored on the turnover. Bulldogs now have control of it. Ethan carries it down, ends up popping off of his stick. Pexa pushes that one down. Grant gets it out to Schmidt. Schmidt fires, deflected over to Legal. Legal fires, puts that one in the belly of the goalie. 48 seconds left. Grant, Schaffler, Burns, Legal, Smuter. Two-on-one now coming the other way for North Shore. He fires. Thiago deflects that one off his glove into the corner. Wrapped around. Schaffler has it. 30 seconds left. Goes cross ice over to Burns. Burns loses an edge. Now pushes that one down. We got Bulldogs rolling everywhere here. Kept in by Smuter. Nope. Bulldogs left touch up. And we'll get an icing call with 8 seconds left. Von Bank out there along with Schaffler and Burns. Smuter's shot hits a bunch of skates out front, now centered out. And that'll be the end of the period. We'll be back after resurfacing. Bulldogs tied 1-1. Shots 30-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll be back in 15 minutes. All right, welcome back everybody to Proctor, Minnesota. Bulldogs JV just about ready to take on North Shore in period 3 action here. Bulldogs tied with North Shore 1-1 after 2. Shots are 30-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs goal coming in the first period by Ethan Evenson. And number 9 in the second period for North Shore on a turnover breakaway at the blue line. And that's the score pretty much. Otherwise, Minnesota River has dominated the action. Most of the period, specifically period 2, taking place in the North Shore zone. So hopefully Bulldogs will be able to get a few dirty ones in here this third period to pull away here. Jacob Juarez joining the Bulldogs for period number 3. He works it up to Sam Schaffler. Schaffler's shot goes just high and wide. The goal. Tried to throw it behind him to Grant, but that one was intercepted. Picked up by Jacob. Jacob pushes that one up. Sam intercepts it, and Bulldogs will be offsides. Bulldogs offsides. Cross ice pass to the defender, way outside of his reach. Schaffler slows down that movement of the puck. Burns steers that one back below the goal line. Now kicked up to the point. Jacob fires. Schaffler screened it. Goalie makes the save, however. 10 now carries it up. Carries it wide, loses the handle on the fresh ice. Jacob with a big hit. And that one skirts past, and that should be no icing. Burns and 9 back there. Bulldogs switch out a few. Placido intercepts that pass. Now Von Bank comes away with it. Von Bank still holding possession of it. Now loses the handle. Placido puts a hit on, and Evenson dumps that back into the North Shore zone. Phelps forces a turnover. He fires. Shoots, scores! Gavin Phelps with the goal. Turnover in the slot. Gavin went low blocker side and put that one and put the Bulldogs up 2. Evenson controls the face-off. Looked like Gavin might have been offsides. Ethan now has it. Tried to center that one. That one gets deflected. Picked up by Placido. Placido over to Telejohn. Telejohn up to Phelps. Phelps tips it ahead. Phelps carrying it around the net. Centers it. Intercepted by 10. Knocked off of his stick by Placido. Kept in by Evenson momentarily. Now shoveled out to the red line. Telejohn over to Von Bank. Von Bank carries it. Gains the zone. He fires. And that one is steered up and back behind the net by Phelps. Over to Von Bank. All the way around. And out in the neutral zone. Telejohn makes the move around 1. Fishes that up. Placido now has it. Dumps it down. Grog will give chase. Kept in now by Gage. Gage carries around. Looking for an avenue. Wraps that back around. Goes through the crease. Grog was tied up with 7. Now Evan Schmidt has it. He fires. That one gets deflected into the plate again sign. And the goalie freezes it with his glove with 11:53 left in period number 3. Tish's line out there. Still, Grog out there along with Gage. Peck's on the back end along with Evan Schmidt. 2-on-1. 9 already scored once. Puts that one off of Tiago's shoulder. Big save there by Tiago. Bulldogs will rush it the other way now. Tish all alone. He'll drive down hard, carries it in, fires, puts it in the belly of the goalie, and the goalie makes the save. Tish, Grog, Schmidt still out there, along with Schmidt and Texa on the back end. Evan has it. Works it back down to Tish. Gage now picks it up. Gage takes a hit from behind. Gage still battling down in the circle. Now picked up by Tish. Tish threw that out into the slot. Knocked off a 24 stick. He puts Evan up against the box. Nine now carries it down, and he'll dump it around. Everybody on North Shore is changing, so he's all alone. Now the Bulldogs are going to go on a penalty. Gage is going to go for an elbow. Gage goes for elbowing. 10:45 left here in period number 3. Grant and Phelps out front. Legao and Juarez on the back end. Legao catches that one, dumps it right back down. Seven dumps it down, picked up by Grant. Grant throws that one down right on net. North Shore dumps that down on net. Tiago steers that one. Jacob catches it and fires it all the way down. 1:05 left here in period number, or I'm sorry, in the power play for North Shore. Bulldogs doing a great job at the blue line. Their kill has been really good. They've done a good job pretty much not allowing anybody over the blue line for multiple games now. North Shore dumps it down. Juarez gets it over to Legao. Oh, Legao fanned on that one. That'll allow North Shore to set up a little bit. Shot on net, and Tiago makes the save. Tish Placido out there, Telejohn and Evenson out there. 5 has it. Carries it back around the net. Centered all the way over. Oh, that bounced off 24 stick. He would have had a good lane to shoot. Picked up now by Telejohn. Get it out. No, get it out. Picked up now by Evenson. He'll dump that down, and that'll be the end of the power play for North Shore. Gage comes out. Bulldogs are full strength. He'll join the play. Gage with a big hit. Gage battling now down along the near wall. Now Tish comes away with it in the circle, makes a move around one, carries it out, shoots, scores! Riley Tish with the goal. And then North Shore guy comes flying in out of nowhere. Upset that his goalie ran into, but Tish was just continuing the play. goalie's up on his feet. North Shore mom's asking where's the penalty for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs go up 3-1 now. Now North Shore would like to have a conference. Bulldogs will start on the power play. Looks like we'll have Tish centering Schmidt and Schaffler, and on the back end you got Burns and Juarez. Goalie for North Shore is ready to roll, so we'll continue. Juarez has it, goes cross ice over to Burns. Burns has it, gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler gets it into the zone, makes a move around one, loses the handle, however, and they'll dump it down. That one squirts past Tiago, picked up by Gage on the near wall. Gage will carry it down, make a move around, comes through the slot, loses the handle. Now Gage has it, centers it out to the slot. Juarez fires, that one goes off Camden. Camden wraps it around, puts it on the net, and we got a whistle. Goalie did a nice job tucking his leg on that post and not letting it come off. Cam had about 3 good whacks at it. .119 left in the power play. 7:30 left in the game. Tish over to Burns. Burns to Juarez. Juarez fires. That one gets kicked into the corner. Kept in. Juarez now has it. Gets it over to Tish. Tish over to Schmidt. Schmidt loses the handle. Gets it up to Juarez in the slot. He'll fire. Glove saved by the goalie. Charlie asking for somebody to take the goalie's eyes away. Bulldogs will switch out their 5 now. Out there in this group is Von Bank, Grant, and Placido. Out front, Evan Schmidt down low. Tyler Legal running the point. Tyler loses the handle. 5 carries that, dumps that down on Tiago. Grant will pick it up. Carries it down into the zone. Carries it around up to the top. Gets it over to Tyler. Tyler fires. That one's deflected. That one squirts harmlessly up against the wall. Now giving over to Grant. Grant fires. That one deflected off 10. Kept in now by Legal. Legal puts that one. That one's deflected by Von Bank. And out of the neutral zone. North Shore is full strength now. Not a good pass there. Put it right on the guy coming out of the box. North Shore makes the move around Placido. Carries, fires, low shot. Nice save by Tiago. Puck located behind the net now. Placido has it. He steers that one over to Tyler. Nice big save there by Tiago to keep the lead at 2 with 5:48 left. Now push deep there by Evan. Von Bank gives chase. Big hit by Ethan Evenson. Telejohn will pick it up now. Telejohn passes that one to Tish, but that was behind him. Took a bad bounce. Now it's kicked down back behind the net. Bulldog lines are all goofy right now. Haven't had a chance to reset them yet. We've got 3 centermen out there essentially. Von Bank out there, Grant out there, Tish out there. Now Evan Schmidt or Gage Schmidt is out there. Ethan Legault joins the rush. Chipped over to Ethan. Ethan fires, low shot. Tish touch got around and scores! Second goal of the day for Riley Tish. Puts the Bulldogs up 4-1 with 4:47 left. Gage comes away with the puck. He'll fire a shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Drops it. 7 now. Wraps it around on the near side. Picked up by Pexa. Pexa puts that one into the corner. And wrapped back around by Evan Schmidt. Ethan Legault overskates it just momentarily. Now it's kicked up on the half wall. Pexa comes away with it. He'll carry it down through the circle. Fires. Uses the defender as a screen. And that one goes right on the belly of the goalie. Schaffler backhands that one into the net. Off the face-off. And puts the Bulldogs up 5-1 with 4:14 left. Bulldog up. Evan Schmidt has it. Chips it into the zone. Now Braden Grant has it. He'll carry. He'll fire. That one goes off the crossbar. And into the netting. .405 left. Shots are 45-11 in favor of the Bulldogs. Juarez has that one. That one hits traffic. Juarez has it again. Fires. That one goes off the side of the net. Pushed around by North Shore, number 9. He has their only goal so far. He works it up to 5. 5's got 24 on his left. He'll fire. Tiago makes a nice blocker save. Puck picked up in the circle by Camden. He puts the brakes on. Tyler Legault's there to help out. Now Juarez has it. Von Bank chips that one up to the center. Now Burns works that over to Schaffler, that was behind him. Now Legault has it. Gets it over to Juarez. Juarez makes a move around 1, however turned over at center ice. Now 5 has it. He drops it over to 9. Makes a move around Juarez. He shoots. That one goes off the side of the net. 2 drops in, keeps it in the zone. Puck pushed out to Schaffler. Schaffler able to push it out in neutral zone. 2 now has it. Gets it up to 9. Schaffler picks it up. Schaffler will carry it in. He gets knocked off the puck. Puck bouncing around. Now taken out by North Shore. Taken off of his stick by Telejohn. Telejohn gets it over to Evenson. Evenson dumps it in. 2:18 left. Placido back over to Von Bank. Von Bank gets it out to the point. Evenson has it. He drives around 1. He'll fire. That one goes off the right shoulder. Telejohn has it. Placido. Down to Phelps. Phelps over to Van Mank. Oh, and he was tied up. Right idea by Phelps. And that should be an icing call. And it is. 1:45 left. Shots 46-11. Bulldog varsity game will be taking place after this. We'll get started here probably about half hour after this one here. We've got about a 10-minute warm-up and then an ice resurface. And then we'll get the varsity game going here. Tish backhands that one, goes cross ice over to Evenson, and we'll get a face-off outside of the zone, maybe? Nope. Looked like the official was motioning outside the zone. Bulldogs simply able to wear down North Shore. North Shore has 2 full lines. Bulldogs started with 4, and then they've been rolling with 3 lines for the last 2 periods. Bulldogs are going to go. We're going to get a hooking call. Oh, it was offsides. Delayed offsides. Everybody gave up like it was a delayed penalty. It was delayed offsides. And we got a high stick call. .52 seconds left. We get a center ice face off. Schmidt over to Pexa. Pexa dumps it down. Grant gives chase, puts a body on. Puck loose out. Pexa comes through, fires. That one goes off the skate. Fires again. That one goes off the shin guards. 13 now carry it up. 28 seconds left in the game. North Shore able to dump it down low. Two dumps that one down. Pexa will pick it up. 12 seconds left. Works it up into the circle to Grant. Grant flips that one up to Schaffler just outside of his reach. Burns will give chase. Schaffler now has it. And that'll be the end of the game. Bulldogs winning 5-1 over North Shore. Tiago playing well in net. Bulldogs will be in action tomorrow morning, JV at 9 o'clock. Again, Bulldog JV in action at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We will have the varsity game coming up here in less than a half hour. So tune back in for that. We'll be broadcasting that one. I'll see if I can get somebody to come on here and mumble with me and shake things up a little bit. Until then, everybody, we'll see you in about 20 minutes, half hour.